Today's episode is sponsored by Stumps MC. More on that later. Why hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Eternal SMP. This is episode 4 and I am your host, the guy that tries. That's me. And as you guys can see, I am currently mining down in the catacombs of my base for two reasons. One of the reasons being is that I do need a lot of cobblestone. Hence me using my non-silk touch pickaxe and we're using the fortune one instead. And the second one being that I need to clear out some space to make room for a farm inside of here. That's right. We're going to make a farm and this farm will be necessary because we're going to need it for today's build. And today's going to be a very big build. Not a very big build. Actually, maybe a medium build. But it's going to be a very cool looking build. So, guys, stick around and I hope you guys enjoy today's episode. I'm going to clear this out and I will see you guys once I am done. Welcome back, guys. As you can see, a lot of digging has happened since the last clip. A lot of digging. Over there is where we started, and just over there is where we have finished. We did a lot of digging. Like I said, it took a very long time, and my pick did almost die, but we did make a visit to the Enderman farm, and it is almost dead again. But that's okay. Let's have a look at what we've dug up. We've got about 1, 2, 3, and I think a little bit, so about 3 chests full of blocks that we will be using today. Some in the next episodes, but definitely some will be used today. But before we do that, let's get out of here because I need to grab a special ingredient for this farm. This ingredient will help the farm run, and also it's what we're farming as well. So let's make our way out of this spiral staircase. And ooh, the nighttime is so beautiful. We are going to Bale's house. That's right, we're not going to his house. We are going to his cliff because that is where he keeps it. Let's see if we can get it in here. One shot. Nope. Ow. Face plant. That's all right. Okay, where is it? Where is it? It is right here. That's right, guys. We are going to grab some bamboo. So I'm going to grab 1, 2, 3 stacks of bamboo. And of course, I will pay the man because, well, oh, don't mind that. I am very poor. I do not have rockets. We need rockets on this server ASAP. But anyway, we'll give him 1 diamond each. Perfect. The reason that I'm making this farm is because bamboo is now really useful. Before they could just make scaffolding and sticks, but now they do so much more. They can be crafted into planks, and from there they can be made into chests and other such things. Imagine the amount of logs that I would have saved if we had this earlier, if we had a bamboo farm earlier. So it's never too late. I'm going to make this farm and we will never have to use logs again for chests and or hoppers and fences or anything like that ever again. Whew. But anyway, I am rambling, so let's quickly get to the first build and the first time lapse. And then I'll see you guys afterwards. And we are done, guys. So just look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? We're now collecting bamboo automatically and very quickly. This farm design was by Kmond. He teaches you how to make this first section right here. But I have since modified it for myself to make another 2. So we got 1 and we got 2. And I also added this collection system as well. And if we walk down over here, you see that I have also added an Ilmango minecart unloader. Of course, guys, if you do want to check out these farms for yourself, they will be in the description down below. So check them out. They are super easy to make. Trust me, I have already made 2 of them. Yes, sir. But anyway, like I said, we are now collecting a lot of bamboo. In fact, let me have a quick look. Ooh, one last chest full, and I think another one, and maybe a little bit more. There it is. Yeah. So we've got about 2.5 chests full of bamboo already, and it's been a bit over an hour, so it's about 7,000 items. So not too shabby of a farm. Speaking of farms, whilst I was making this bamboo farm, I did realize that I also need to make another farm, which will again help us with the rest of the season and the near future, as I do need a lot of them. So what have I done? That's right, I have dug another hole. That's why my pickaxe is again very, very low. Let's go check out this hole. It is a rather deep hole, as you guys can see, but the farm won't be as big as the bamboo farm. It will fill up this hole, but it just needs a lot of room to grow. So that's why I have dug a very deep hole. But just like the bamboo farm, I need to go ahead and find the special ingredient for this farm to work. So let's get on out of here. Woo! Gotcha! Alright, let's make our way up and around. We need to go to a very special dimension and grab a few items from it so that we can make this farm. Ooh, it's nighttime. My god, the galaxies. Okay, so let's quickly fly over to Mikey's basement, his garage, and let's head into the nether roof. The dimension that I am going to is in fact the end, and there are only a couple of items that you can use from the end to make a farm. So I'm sure that you guys have probably already figured out what I'm going to make. Probably put the 2 and 2 together. That's right, guys. I am making a chorus fruit farm so that I can make some end rods for the remainder of the season. But first I gotta get through that gateway thingo, so let's see if I can make it in one shot. Come on! Yes! Okay. Whew. Easy peasy. Alright. Ooh, there you go. So there are the chorus flowers, so let's go ahead and let's grab a few of those, as well as some chorus fruit, I guess, since we need some of them anyway. We also do need to grab some end stone as well, so that we can actually plant the chorus flowers. So hopefully I remember to grab those. I probably won't. But with that being said, let's go ahead and shoot some of these bad boys down, and then go back and build that farm. Back from the end, we have around 2 stacks of chorus flower and a lot of chorus fruit. And I know what you guys are thinking, what is the point of making this farm when I can just go to the end and just farm some chorus fruit like I just did? Well, truth be told, I do have enough for this episode and probably the next episode in terms of making end rods, but the other episodes not so much, and I don't want to keep going into the end just so I can keep getting chorus flowers and chorus fruit. So this way I am future proofing. I am making a farm so that I won't ever have to go back there. And I mean, as much as I like the end, yeah, nah. So let's go ahead, let's get down here and let's start building this farm, and then I'll show you guys how it works. All right, let's go. There it is. Look at that. It's all done. I know it looks a bit strange. It looks a bit weird, but once I operate it, you guys will come to understand how it works. But I did actually forget something that I do need to grab, or else this farm won't really work. Well, it will still work, but it definitely won't be self-sustaining. So let me go ahead and let's make a quick visit to Bale's cliff. Ouch. So this is Bale's skeleton farm, which is under his base, and we're going to find some arrows. Let's see if he's got arrows. No. No. Yes and yes, but I think he should have a lot more. Oh, bones. Ah, there we are. So let's go ahead and let's grab all of that. I'm sure he doesn't need it. Bales, if you do need it, please let me know and I will pay you back. But let's go ahead and grab all of these arrows. One shulker box. And let's grab the second shulker box as well. Perfect. Bam. And that is mine. Boom. Okay, perfect. Let's head back to the catacombs. So, as I'm filling these things up, I'm realizing that I did not grab enough arrows. We are currently dividing several stacks of arrows between the last few dispensers. But that's okay. We can always grab more at a later date. But for now, they're all full. So let's go ahead and see if this farm works. I really hope it does. If it doesn't, haha! Ah, that's embarrassing. Anyway, where did I put the chorus flowers? In here? Yes, I've grabbed those. Let's grab the minecart as well. Put that down. And I think let's grab the chorus flowers again. Let's see if we can put it down. Yeah! Okay, that's not good. Oh my. Okay. Send help. And after an hour of trial and testing, I got it working. Whew. Whew. So everything is now fixed. As you guys can see, we have things that are growing and I am rolling at a very comfortable pace to which I can actually plant the chorus flower. Apparently that was the problem. I was moving too quick on the rails, so the server didn't like that as I was placing out items, so it didn't let me place anything at all, but that's okay. It is all fixed and we are collecting a good amount of chorus fruit, although it is at a very slow pace. So I guess you could say this farm does work, but should it work? And do I really need it? Yes, yes, and no. I guess we can go into the end after all to get chorus fruit because it'll be much quicker than this. I guess. So now that we have both the farms built, we can finally head into the final build for today. The final time lapse, which I am so very excited for. But outside of the end rods and outside of the bamboo, we are still missing some items. So I'm going to quickly grab those and then we'll head into the final time lapse. Let's get it. Hey you. Yes you. If you have made it this far into the video, I want to say thank you. And I really appreciate you. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's collect these materials. Before we continue with the final build of this episode, I want to quickly thank the sponsor for today's episode, Stumps MC. Imagine that you are flying a very far distance from point A to point B, and then all of a sudden you realize that you don't have enough rockets to make it back home. Or perhaps imagine that you've been eating bread this entire time. All of a sudden, you've run out of wheat to make any more bread. Well, Stumps MC has got your back, because not only did he supply me with rockets, but he's also supplied myself and all the other Eternals with some cooked chicken in the community Dropbox. So thank you very much, Stumps, for your help in today's episode. Alright, let's get to the final build for today's episode. And we are now finally done. Emphasis on the finally, because this build did take me 4 hours to do, but I think all in all it was totally worth it. Look at this thing. This thing looks awesome. I did really want to use bamboo for this build because, you know, it's very bright. It's brighter than birch. As you can see, I did use some birch just to keep it relatively the same to my build, but I would say maybe in the future I'll use some bamboo because it is much brighter, much more vibrant, and much more beautiful, especially with the white and the grays and also the cyans and the blues. But yes, this is the bridge. I made a bridge. I made a bridge in a world where we can fly. I know it seems a bit pointless, it seems a bit silly, but I did make this space as well, which has a staircase running through it, even though I have Elytra again. But it does not matter because the main goal of today's episode was to bridge this island, the island that I am on, to this island over there. Sorry, that island over there. As you guys can see, you've got Bales and also Scrabby's base as well, and everyone else is on that side. So I'm just thinking this would be a great little addition to our world, and it did come out very, very amazing. I did use some blast furnace for the floor, which was actually very expensive. These things are really, really expensive. I did not know that, but luckily I do have an iron farm and an iron store. But anyway, if you come from my side all the way down there, my base, and you walk through, this is where it'll take you. A small little pathway that will take you kind of through the mountain and up instead of around it. I was originally going to remove this whole thing and leave it all open, but I thought, hey, it looks pretty cool going through it, so I left it. And if we make our way up and around, it'll lead us to the top, which leads us to to nothing really, but I think it'd be a lot of work to just add a lot of paths everywhere, so perhaps I'll add that in later on, or we can use our imagination. So those are the builds for today's episode, and I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. Hope it was fun, hope it was relaxing, and I hope you guys had a good time. I would say 2 out of the 3 builds that I did today I really approve, I really like, and the other one not so much. I'm sure you can guess which one is which. That's okay, it was fun anyway. With that being said, guys, I think I am going to wrap up today's episode here. So I want to say thank you again for watching. Thank you for coming all the way to the end. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And if you did like today's episode, please let me know by liking and or subscribing. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I think it's doable. But anyway, guys, I will see you all in the next episode. So until then, bye.